Welcome to today's episode of How the Game Was Won. We're in Baku at the moment for the FIDE World Cup, and we're looking at the second tiebreak game of round 6. We play it between Sergei Karjakin with the white pieces and Pavel Eljanov with the black pieces. And without further ado, especially seeing that the main meat of this game is being played in the endgame, I'm going to be skipping across to the position of the black's 36 move, which was king to g7, which was then followed by bishop d3, knight b7. And as you can see, black has a really solid position, but it's passive. So now what happens is Karjakin starts opening up the position, bearing in mind that the more the position opens up, the more it will open up the lines and diagonals for his bishop to be able to dominate, and that will gradually strengthen his position. And because even though it looks drawish on the surface at the moment, a deeper inspection shows that this position is really just simply unpleasant for black, and becomes more so. We continue with e4, d takes e4, bishop takes e4, rook b6, rook a4, e5, king e3, king f6, d5 check. And what you have now simply is that you can see that Karjakin is not afraid of the symmetrical pawn structure, and the bishop is superior to the knight in this position, and what's more, black's b4 pawn is just simply isolated and weak. And in short succession, Karjakin will be working with these key transient advantages to simulate a more permanent positional advantage. Continue with king takes e5, rook a5 check, king d6, rook d4, king d4, rook b8, bishop d5. And now that the bishop has landed itself on d5, you can absolutely see how it's dominating the board by effectively controlling the a to g8 diagonal, both defending the pawn on b3 as well as attacking the pawn on f7, while at the same time is defending the f3 pawn and controlling the h1 to a8 diagonal at the same time. Continuing with f6, rook a6 check, king e7, f4, knight b6. And in this position, for instance, knight f8 could also be played, but this is just really uncomfortable play, but maybe it's a better try in the position. But then again, it's hard to imagine how black will be able to hold onto the position once the pawn at b4 falls, and it's only a matter of time before that happens. But the game with knight b6 continued, rook a7, king b6, bishop f7, and Karjakin is making it look so easy, bearing in mind the psychological pressure in this game was that because Eljanov had won the previous game, this was a must-win for Karjakin. Anything less than a win would have sent him packing home to Russia. And because at the moment the black position is just simply falling apart. Rook c8, rook a6, king c6, bishop g6, king d7, rook a5, rook c3, bishop e4, check, king goes to b8, rook comes across to b5, king a7, and the h5 pawn falls. It's simply too many, black is losing too many pawns, and because right at the moment he can't even try and and pick off the B3 pawn, simply because of the control that white holds over the queen side, the potential for the check on A5 as well, and by playing the check on A5 will just open up the line for the H pawn to march through the queen. So too many pawns lost already, and an impossibility to be able to defend the marching H pawn from queening. So that, in this position, Eljanov resigned the game, returning the score to all square, and now we move forward to game 5 of the match, game 3 of the tiebreak, and that I'll be bringing you in the next edition of How the Game Was Won. Please feel free to share this video out amongst your chess friends. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button if you like this type of content, thumbs down if not, that way I know what to be doing in the future. And last but by no means least, down below the screen there's a big red subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, that way you stay subscribed to my channel for all the new content that comes out on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis. Stay powered up for the win, and stay safe out there. I'll be seeing you next time.